As Canada descends into what analysts refer to as a police state, more and more Canadians are being criminalized and incarcerated. And according to Howard Sapers, the Correctional Investigator of Canada, this over-incarceration is having negative side effects, including the overuse of segregation and solitary confinement as a means of population control in prisons. Experts say that the Harper government's so-called tough-on-crime agenda is crafted to allow for the establishment of a domestic prison industrial complex here in Canada, akin to that of the US.
The Harper government is a government that believes wholeheartedly in austerity, in neoliberalism. They believe wholeheartedly in the Washington Consensus, which amongst union busting and deregulation also involves privatization. And, you know, a lot of these conservatives that are in the Harper camp are licking their chops, you know, knowing that their cronies and their friends may make mucho profits if we privatize our prisons.
Newly released data shows a spike in the use of segregation of prisoners. For example, in 2003-2004, there were 7,137 admissions to solitary confinement. But by 2012-2013, that had risen to 8,221 admissions.
Our government doesn't care because they get to promote this idea of being tough on crime. They can say, look, the reason our prisons are overcrowded is because we're doing a good job. We're tough on crime. We're getting the criminals. So instead of dealing with the root causes of crime, which is poverty, what we're seeing is the government, they're very loose in the way that they put people into the industrial, the prison industrial complex.
Earlier this year, Howard Sapers issued an urgent report requesting that the Harper government address the overpopulation of aboriginals in Canada's prisons. In some Canadian prisons, 2/3 of those incarcerated are aboriginal. Experts have noted that many of those behind bars in Canada are not a threat to society and thus should be released. Joshua Blakeney, Press TV, Calgary.